Looking to turn $1 a day into $1 million? Well, you've come to the right place. Today we're going to talk about how to do that. And believe it or not, it's going to be super easy, super simple. We're going to walk through the steps behind to bring this to fruition. The reason we're able to achieve this is based in the foundation of sound investing. The secret sauce behind that is positioning of funds. So what is positioning of funds? It means putting your money in a situation where it has the highest likelihood to achieve the most amount of money with the lowest risk. And in order to do so, there's some aspects of this to understand to make it a bit more digestible. So let's start digging in and find out what positioning of a fund is comprised of. So the first piece we want to talk about here is compound interest. Compound interest is the money that is earned by reinvesting profit. So for example, you have $100 in year one and you're going to get 10% return. In year two, you'll have $110. Then if you reinvest that full $110, in year three, you're going to have $121. So in those 2 years, you've achieved $21 profit off of your $100. So let's move into the next piece. And the next piece is selecting the appropriate vehicle for optimizing the greatest amount of return without exposing us to an exorbitant amount of risk. And the vehicle that we want to use here is an index fund. An index fund is a composite of a bunch of stocks. So the one that we want to be aware of here is the S&P 500. S&P 500 is made up of the 500 largest stocks on the US stock exchange. So how do we extract the value from the S&P 500? Fortunately, the company Vanguard has created an index fund to represent the S&P 500. They have created the stock symbol VOO. So simply put, if you buy the stock VOO, you are buying the representation of the S&P 500. And there's two reasons why we want to use VOO. The first is the surprisingly low fee that Vanguard placed on it, which is 0.04, which is unheard of in the marketplace. And the second is the S&P 500 consistently beats mutual funds. Historically, mutual funds lose out to the S&P 500 96% of the time. So only 4% of the time will mutual funds beat the S&P 500. Because of the large success ratio achieved by the S&P 500, we want to go with VOO. With that being established, we have chosen our vehicle. So the next and final piece is choosing our platform that we want to use to bring this to a reality. And the platform that we want to use really comes down to what your goals are. If your goal is to put your money away and let it grow perpetually until it's time to retire, a Roth IRA is your best choice. A Roth IRA lets you put your money away tax-free, and then when you pull your money out, as long as you're older than 59 and a half, you will not have to pay tax on your profit. If you're concerned that you might need to dip into the money that you have invested, then a regular investment account is your choice. When selecting which platform to use, my biggest suggestion is make sure that the fees are ultra low. A lot of companies out there can charge up to $10 a trade, which will greatly cut into your profits. So I'll put a few links in the description below of the lowest fee companies that I know of, and which will help you gain the most profit. Now that we've established the methodology behind appropriate positioning of money, let's dig into the numbers and quickly show you how $1 a day can turn into $1 million. So let's take a walk through the numbers. We're going to start at 18 years old. We're going to get $365 a year from $1 a day, and we're going to assume a 12% return from the S&P 500. So in year one, we have 365. Then in year two, this 365 is going to get multiplied by the 12%, which grows to 409. Then we have another year of $1 a day, which comes to 365. Combining these two amounts, we have 774. So in year 3, when we're 20 years old, we're going to have 458 from the initial investment 365 because of compound interest. Then the second year investment of 365 has grown to 409, and another year of $1 a day at 365. So at the end of year 3, we have 1232. So if we extrapolate this out, when we reach 69 years old, we're going to have over $1 million. It's that simple. Because of compound interest, because of positioning our money correctly, we're going to become a millionaire from $1 a day. And if we assume that we're not going to touch this money until then, I suggest using a Roth IRA so you could withdraw this money tax-free. If you're concerned that you might need this money, then I suggest using a regular investment account. I really hope this video has been a huge help to show you how a tiny amount of money positioned correctly can really grow into a substantial amount. If you would like to see any specific videos created around this topic, or if you have any questions, comments, please add them in the comment section below. If you felt this video was useful, please add a like. And if you would like to see more around this topic, please subscribe. And finally, thank you so much for your time and really hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks.